Hello, dear ones. It's Maria with you. Today is July 6, 2022, and I'm gonna talk to you about Sirius B supernova that's happened 4 billion years ago. Why that's important? Let me show you a presentation that I prepared for you. Put myself very small so you'll be able to see all the screen. Okay. It's a little bit slow, but it should come up. So that's still a sequence of the videos about the Earth's evolution. And before I go back and explain about the first humans that came to Earth, I want to give you a little bit more of the background. What was the design in the universe when the first humans came here. So most of you know that we have a neighbor star system that's called Sirius. It's a conjunction of 3 stars, but actually one is very small. We hardly can see the second one, the third one. But a long time ago, more than 4 billion years ago, there was only 2 stars. There was the Sirius A, that's a white star, and the Sirius B. And 4 billion years ago, the Sirius B went through what we call supernova. Supernova, everything in the universe is always changing and is always evolve and changing. So when a star comes to a supernova, it's a change on that star. Sometimes the star will explode and just become pieces, small pieces. Other times will just implode and split itself. That's what happened with Sirius B 4 billion years ago. So as I told in the presentation, yesterday's presentation, all the stars, all the planets, they are consciousness, they have consciousness. And there is a being incarnated on that planet or that star. The consciousness that inhabit the Sirius B is called Digitaria. And one day he woke up and suddenly he was 4. He went through a supernova and it split in 4 pieces. One was the piece, the biggest one was still identified as Digitaria, the Sirius B. And then there was another piece that was close to the Sirius B. However, it was making an elliptic route close to the Sirius A. And the Sirius B goes all the way around Sirius A. So that small piece of itself, it can never meet him again, because the cycles never get compatible. And then there was 2 other pieces. One of the pieces went all the way through the solar system, and it was grabbed by the Helios, our sun's gravity, and becomes Earth. The other piece, it also went all the way to the solar system, and was grabbed by the gravity of our sun, but it has a very different orbit. It even it goes around the sun, it's come back all the way to Sirius stars and goes around the Sirius system. So that's a little bit of background. I'm going to explain a little better. So this is the fourth piece of Sirius B we call Nibiru. I will explain more about Nibiru. Nibiru actually is not a planet. It's a red-brown dwarf star that carries along 7 planets that orbits around itself. And the time it comes to Earth, it come all the way here, crossing everybody else's orbit, and place itself between Mars and Jupiter, very close to the asteroid belt and also close to Earth. And it has a deep connection to Earth since it was the same body that originated both satellites, both astros, let's say. One is a planet, the other is actually Nibiru is it's like a mini solar system, because it has light in his one. It's a small star, red-brown, that has planets around. If you understand how come a planet survive going all the way outer space, going away from its source of light, if you're thinking about the sun or the Sirius system, it's because it has its own light. And it's take 3,600 years to complete its orbit. Another thing that's very interesting is you're gonna think, oh, but Sirius B imploded, there was a disaster, this and that, but actually all the events, everything that's happened in the universe is by plan. And that event of the Sirius B supernova, it was designed by the Sirius High Council in alignment with the prime creator. What I mean is, it was fulfilling the will of God to create Earth and everything that you can see right now. So it was not by accident. It was by design that Sirius B exploded and created Nibiru, Sirius C, and also Earth. So let me talk more. Just see. Okay. So Nibiru, that's what we call our 12th planet, and it only visits our solar system every 3,600 years. And the reason why they designed that is because they wanted Nibiru to be like a patrol on the stars. During that time, it should travel close to many other solar systems and kind of check them out. So Nibiru was in control. It was habited by the Galactic Federation that would patrol that part of the galaxy. And in about 104,000 years ago, when Nibiru was coming to his visit around the sun, there was at the same time that a gigantic asteroid entered the orbit pattern of the Pleiades. You know, our sun is also part of the Pleiades. So that was enough to disturb Nibiru's orbit, and instead of Nibiru continue his orbit throughout the space, it gave a full loop around the sun. Instead of it take 3,600 years, in 360 days, Nibiru complete one cycle around the sun. And with that, it disturbs the orbit of our planet, Earth. Before that, Earth's orbit will take 360 days. And after this event, it's enlarged the orbit to 365 days. So Nibiru came here because the asteroid belt is disturbed his orbit, and instead of go all the way to outer space to mid-Sirius again, it's give a complete loop around the sun, and then it continue his trajectory. So I found that very interesting. Nibiru, you're gonna find out that Nibiru has played a great impact, had a great impact in Earth's history. So I'm gonna talk about Nibiru a lot during their evolution. So I think in my next video I will gonna explain about, instead of going straight to the first humans on Earth, that was the Lemurians. Actually, I found out there was the land of Mu. I will gonna go back a little bit more and explain about the first humanoid beings that was brought to our Milky Way galaxy. That happened about 6.6 billion years ago. So there is a lot to talk about. That's what I planned for today. Actually, as I explained yesterday, many of the information I have researched, I was able to confirm on those two books. So I really recommend. I will try to put the link but you can easily find them at Amazon. You can find them at Amazon very easy. So that's all I had planned for today. I want to give you those informations bit by bit, even though it's a short, but it's very profound. There is a lot to think about, but I will try to give you in a very easy way to understand. And of course, you don't need to believe in none of that. Many things will look like science fiction, but I'm just sharing with you what I find out, and I think in the end everything will come together and make more sense. But you decide. If you're curious, do your own research, find out more about. If you have any question, any curiosity, any comment, feel free to leave in the description below. Thank you very much.